9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Good evening and happy Friday, y'all. It is your girl, Wrestling with Honey here. Honey Banks in the building. If you guys did not see, we just came off of a crazy debate show about the 4 horsewomen on WWT Live. Sorry, I'm a little tardy to the party, but guess what? I am just in time to see our brand new Queen of the Ring with her coronation celebration, our Queen Nia Jax. I'm your hostess, Wrestling with Honey, here on Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. And we are going to get into some good stuff tonight, y'all. We have 2 hours of action-packed wrestling. We have Queen Nia. We also have a couple of matchups this evening. I believe I saw that we have Apollo Crews in a match tonight, who we haven't seen in a long time, which is very interesting. He will be going on to face Andrade, which is going to be a really good match, I believe. We also have TONGA and TONGA going against the Street Profits tonight. So those are the only 3 things that they've announced for this evening. And we'll see what else they can come up with. We'll see what else they're going to cook up this evening. We got a lot going on. We have a Clash at the Castle coming up. And Queen Nia looks amazing, just want to say. Oh, and she's already commanding the presence of Bayley, who is the Smackdown Women's Champion. And if I was the champion, I would feel a type of way, because it's like, why am I listening to you when I'm the champ? You may be the queen, but I'm the champ. If I was the champ, but I'm not. Here comes the role model. Bayley is in the house, and she is not. She's going to answer the call from for the Queen Nia Jax. Oh my goodness. And she just got jumped from behind by Piper Niven. Well, it seems like Bayley is just racking up on problems the more we get into this title reign of hers. Not quite what she was expecting to run into, I'm sure, but she has been doing a little back and forth with Piper Niven and Chelsea Green, who's also there at ringside with Piper supporting her partner. And her and Bayley and Piper are just getting into an all-out scuffle, and the queen is just standing there. We're just wasting the queen's time. This is supposed to be her celebration. This is her moment, and they are ruining it. So I feel like Nia's going to have a little issue with all of this. Oh, and this was something I wasn't expecting. We got Piper Niven eyeing up and down the Queen of the Ring. And obviously, as you can see, due to Nia Jax's face, this whole scenario is beneath her, and she don't have time. Chelsea says she doesn't have to worry about facing Bayley. By the time SummerSlam rolls around, the new WWE Women's Champion will be Piper Niven? Huh. Well, the ladies are already kicking it off, and I'm loving this. You know, we love that here at WWT. Brandon Stevens, good to see you. What's up to everybody in the chat? Matt Spano, always a pleasure. Boza, what's up? How did you enjoy that debate show? Apollo versus Andrade, both of their debuts since being drafted. Also, there was a confrontation during the 4 horsewomen special. Tommaso Ciampa versus Austin Theory was made as a result. Is that so? That was happening during. Oh, okay. I guess we missed a few things. We missed a couple of things that happened while we were, on air doing our show and things like that, which, of course, there's always going to be some news and always going to be some breaking news to talk about when it comes to women's wrestling talk, because that's what we're here. That's what we do. Bozo also says they are doing the same thing they did on Raw. Basically, Queen Nia is an afterthought. Miss Chelsea, or should I say WWE's Karen, is sending Piper to bring her the WWE Women's Championship. See, now I'm not really sure if I'm liking that scenario for Chelsea. Like, she's not your guard dog. Like, I understand she's your bodyguard, but Cindy L, good to see you, my dear. Yes, I came in and brought out the big guns for our debate today about the four horsemen. Oh my God. And we already have a QR code popped up. We already have they're going to make me do this now. They're really going to make me do this so early in the show. Oh man, now I gotta rewind and try to catch it. You know what? We're gonna do this again, y'all. We're gonna do this again. And it happened when they opened up the door to Nick Aldis's office. I can't help but wonder if that is a sign. I can't help but think that that's like foreshadowing in some kind of way, possibly like opening the door. I missed it. I keep missing this damn QR code. I'm going to get it. I promise you I'm going to get it. Cindy, what's up, girl? Good to see you. Crip walks through the door. I appreciate that. But yes, as you can see, I'm a little bit overdressed for this evening, only because we have a wonderful debate show about our four horsewomen of WWE, that being the man Becky Lynch, the queen Charlotte Flair. We also had talked about Bayley and, of course, Sasha Banks. Not Mercedes Moné, but Sasha Banks, in relation to how we felt about the women, four horsewomen, and where we ranked them, which was quite the stir and caused quite the conversation on WWT Live, which was excellent. And it seems the QR code, we have something here called recapitulation. What is going on here? This is really strange. Okay, so I'm seeing a bunch of signs and I'm seeing a bunch of numbers. Okay, we're gonna have to get into this. Oh my God. And there's just like bunches of videos. Okay. Oh man, I got out of it. Darn it. Oh no, I got it. Here we go. Huh. Well, I might have to do this a different time, but we're definitely going to get into that. We should actually do a segment on the QR codes. But AJ Styles and Nick Aldis were in the office talking about something very interesting. I couldn't even quite hear it because I was distracted by the QR code. So if there's anybody that could help me out and update me a little bit, even though, this is technically what I'm here for. Bose said QR code, hello, while AJ tries to confront Nick again. Got it. Brandon Stevens says, Bayley marry Brandon Stevens. Apparently, Brandon Stevens wants to marry all the women in wrestling. Which I don't blame you. They are beautiful. They are great women. They are actually phenomenal women. Yeah. So I don't think I really appreciate that segment. Queen Nia, they Gunther obviously had a different kind of coronation. I wouldn't even consider it a coronation, being that he's not even wearing the damn crown. But Nia Jax is wearing a crown, and she looks great in it. Her look tonight was on point. This really is going to be very interesting going forward to see how this pans out with Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. Being that Piper Niven is going after the title, but Chelsea is the one puppeteering, I guess you could say. I'm not sure, but that could lead to something very, very confrontational in the future between Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. I put them together. Okay. Cindy says, okay, but what if the four horsemen of WWE are Beth Phoenix, Natalya, Trish Stratus, and Lita? Well, listen, we were talking about the self-proclaimed horsewomen, the ones from NXT, I would consider them the known horsewomen because obviously they made it their business to affiliate themselves with that type of faction. So respected. So let's see. But if that's your four horsewomen, Indio, you should have been in the chat with us earlier, because that would have been a really, really interesting take on that. I really like those choices as well. Trish and Lita would definitely my top faves, especially in the Attitude Era. I feel like they're the unsung heroes for the women's division and the women's evolution that we currently have now, or that currently came in early 2010s. Boza says, due to a confrontation that occurred while the four horsewomen debate was going on, we had a DIY confront A-Town Down Under video on the socials up next to Tommaso Ciampa versus Austin Theory. For some reason, I feel like that match is going to slap. And it's quite funny that, Austin Theory is facing a former family member's friend, being that he used to be affiliated with Johnny Gargano. Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell, when they were formerly known as The Way in NXT, if you guys paid attention. But how you guys liking? How you guys liking the look tonight? You guys feeling the get up? I honestly was feeling a little spicy, so I had to bring it a little bit. I was kind of I wouldn't say trolling. I was just I was paying respect to Sasha Banks without saying she was number one, because she's not in my eyes, in my opinion. But it was I had a wig, I had an outfit, and I just went and surprised the crew on WWT Live, and we had a complete blast talking all that stuff with the Four Horsewomen. I would say thoroughly it surprised the hell out of Professor and our councilman, and it sparked a great debate. Everybody made wonderful points. They were phenomenal, phenomenally told, and definitely some good facts up in there, some things that maybe you might not have known. So you guys might want to go check that out when we're done here, of course. Cindy says the first women in main event Raw, Lita and Trish Stratus, and the best female wrestlers of WWE. I'm obviously not including any Stardom imports. Got it. But that's valid, though. I feel that. It's my legacy. So that QR code, Naomi is checking on Bailey. I'm wondering if that's going to stir the pot a little bit. Oh, I got the QR code right here, y'all. This is what happens when you get the inside scoop from great wrestling friends and wrestling fans. Shout outs to the wrestling group chats that I have, because there are quite a few. But it seems that this is the image that pops up when you look up that QR code and you scan it. And I'm not sure which one I should go with first, but I guess we'll, as the show goes on, we can unpack some of this stuff. Let's see here. A lot of these look like videos that we probably have kind of seen already as well. A lot of imageries, a lot of glitchies. That figure with the white lace veil is there. We see some flies. The remember who you are signs. We're starting to see faces now. Another door opening. A dead squirrel. I don't understand. Make it make sense. Help me understand, guys. And here we go. Mr. Austin Theory, A-Town Down Under, is coming to the ring. Yeah, it seems like all of these videos, like everything is pretty much everything that's coming up is everything that we've seen already. So I'm not quite sure, but we'll unpack it later. And I'm sure by tomorrow there'll be way more conspiracy theories and explanations behind following that rabbit hole. Because right now we got to get into SmackDown, and we have quite the show today. I'm not sure why this is a one-on-one match, being that they're the SmackDown Tag Team titles, SmackDown Tag Team champions. Like, have they had a defense? Have they had a defense since they won these titles at all? Like, what's really going on here? And why is it one-on-one? That's interesting. I really like Austin Theory's tribute to the old school SmackDown logo. Those of you who know, the SmackDown in 2000s, like the video game, the logo is pretty dope. Very well done. Not so much, not so well done as far as being in the ring right now, being that you're going against the psycho killer Tommaso Ciampa, who is a problem. Boza says, I'm thinking sooner rather than later. The Wyatt 6 may be revealed. Question is when. If we go off that code and faces are starting to reveal. Yeah, it's certainly looking like that. One of the videos that I saw earlier this week or last week or whenever, because there's just been so many of them, I can't even freaking keep up. But one of them had the figure, the woman in white that's in the white lace. Apparently, the veil has been removed, but you didn't see a face. It went straight to black before you could even see who it was. So somebody's coming for the women, and there's going to be a lot of other superstars coming in for the men's division. I'm also assuming there may be a tag team, but then it's hard to tell, because it's like, with the way this is being built up so much, you can honestly say that this is going to be a faction that's not going to be based around titles, though it could be. I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong, but this faction is probably not going to be based on titles. It's just going to be based on absolute chaos and just running through the division, regardless of having a title or not. That's what I think could happen. Cindy says, I'm not liking how wrestling Twitter always leaves Jazz and Jacqueline out of the black women wrestlers debate. I'm telling you, they be smacking the girls around today. It's no shade, sister. It's no shade. I feel you on that. I actually highlighted Jazz and Jacqueline during Women's History Month on my socials, when I was pretty much picking a woman every day to highlight and acknowledge and, pretty much praise for their accolades and their contributions to the women's division in WWE, or in wrestling, period, wrestling in general. So, but yeah, they do. Jazz and Jacqueline do need more love, I feel like. And they are both very legendary, extremely legendary. Oh man, I can't believe it's Friday already. Like, this has been a heck of a week for wrestling, man. Between NXT, between freaking, NXT and Sexy Red, just doing it for the culture, which I appreciate. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a fan of Sexy Red, because I am not, but I respect what the collaboration, and I respect what they did and what it did for the business, because it was actually really, really cool to see her come out with Trick Williams and Javon Evans, being that they're such a highlight reel right now. And just to see the crowd like get into it and have fun, and even Shawn Michaels with his silly self, just to, just being as funny and as fun as he can be, though the mayor and I might not agree on our horseman debates, we could certainly agree with the fact that, we're going to have a talk with Shawn Michaels eventually, because we know that you're doing it for the culture, but, could have picked a bunch of artists, could have picked anybody else, but it's okay. And we're here now, and, it is what it is. And they did a great job. But yeah, that, and then between Jordan Grace showing up on from TNA, the TNA Knockouts World Champion, Women's World Champion, like, how do you top that? How do you even top that? But and I know how. Let's bring in Ethan Page as well to NXT and have him jump Trick Williams and challenge him for a title. Like, really? I'm not sure what Shawn Michaels has been cooking, but I feel like I've been seeing this picture of him from when, you guys remember when Shawn and Triple H, when they were still a part of DX, and they were doing these funny segments, and Shawn was working in a kitchen, and he like super kicked a customer that was like a kid that kept annoying him or something. That I need that picture of Chef Shawn, because that's exactly what I see in my head for him being in the boardroom and just cooking shit up and just making sure that, NXT is in good hands. And, he just keeps breaking that wall down and breaking that door down, and, just blowing the roof off the place. So I got, it's been a hell of a week for wrestling. Why do you look like Jordan Kirby? Good to see you. Says, why do you look like Sasha? So the reason why that I was dressed like Sasha, in case you guys missed it, we did a debate show today on WWT Live for our 6:00 show. The ones we do every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Today we did a special debate show, and we were debating and ranking the 4 horsewomen. The NXT version, the NXT horsewomen. I'll say that for Cindy's sake. Yeah. So I was dressed like Sasha in like a trolling kind of clowning kind of aspect. And I came in on that forefront, kind of like, being a little aggressive and being a little abrasive, and I kind of, was just bringing the sassiness to the show today. And I've been having this wig has been in the back of my closet for quite a few years, and I was just like, let's surprise the crew today and do something a little fun and special. So I am just like Sasha because we were doing the horsewomen debate, which was fun. So if you guys didn't check it out, make sure you do after you're done here with me, of course. Cindy says, I must say, I love the Gail Kim respect lately. That woman carried TNA for so long, insane career. So Wednesday, we were talking about TNA, of course, because due to the impact of Jordan Grace coming and gracing us with her presence in NXT, pun intended. Something came up where a professor asked us what other kind of crossovers would we like to see or could we see. I said Gail Kim, forgetting that she retired, but Gail Kim in her prime in TNA against Sol Ruka would have been something sickening, and that's something that I guess. So it's funny that you mentioned Gail Kim because I actually mentioned her this week. So it's like, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling the vibe. Bobby, good to see you as always. Boza says, I was going to say I would recommend that special that WWT Live gave us today on the four horsewomen. It's worth watching. I can't wait to watch it back, honestly, because it was just that good. The energy, the guys brought the energy today. It was a lot of fun. And we had a great debate. Tommaso and Austin Theory about Tommaso trying to go for the pedigree, but nope, Austin Theory reverses it. Oh my goodness. Kick to the back of the neck of Tommaso Ciampa, which we know is a sensitive area for that man. What in the world was that move, Austin? 1, 2. I thought he was gonna win him on that. I thought he was gonna beat him on that. That's crazy. But yeah, man, we are literally, how many Saturdays away are we? Because we're already in June. I don't even know what day it is. Okay, so we're 2 Saturdays away. We have tomorrow, Saturday, and then the next Saturday. After that, the following Saturday on the 15th, we have Clash at the Castle, which is already shaping up to be a pretty crazy pay-per-view. Excuse me, PLE. What is this? Oh, some silly rumors or dirt sheets. Oh my God, what a chop. Disgusting. Austin Theory and Tommaso Ciampa just have an answer for everything for each other. They're just giving each other everything that they got. Oh my God, double kick to the face by both men, and they're both like wobbly and stunned. Elbow to the head. Tommaso with a knee. What is this? I feel like we're getting the NXT vibe back with all this back and forth going on in the ring. This is so good. From pillar to post, as Wade Barrett put it. I love that. Uh-oh. Grayson Waller's yelling at the commentary table, saying that these clowns don't even belong in the ring with us. Grayson Waller keep talking all that mess. There's going to be a problem. Wait a minute. Grayson Waller's taking all the credit. Oh, Tommaso with a roll up and then he wins. Oh my goodness. Austin Theory has just lost. Tommaso Ciampa has beaten one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And it was all because of a miscommunication error, I think. But I wouldn't say miscommunication because it sounded like Grayson Waller said what he said. I smell trouble in paradise for A-Town Down Under, guys. Don't know. What do you guys think? This match is good. Austin has much as he is annoying. He's doing the right thing after going after Ciampa's neck. Of course. You have to. Blair Davenport is in the office with Nick Aldis. Naomi has just entered the chat. Enough is enough. Bailey and I want a match. Bailey and Naomi's demanding a match with Bailey to team up to go against Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Oh. Oh, Blair Davenport with some spice in her as well, saying, I have no doubt that you'll find out who I am eventually, but my name is Blair Davenport. Thank you very much. All righty. We got a tag team match official. Oh, and we got a megastar in the house. Mr. LA Knight. Yeah. They're mentioning AJ's retirement. He's not LA Knight saying he's not really retiring, is he? We're gonna get it. We're gonna get a third. Oh, Mr. LA Knight is looking for Logan Paul. Now this I love. Hunt. This is the hunt for Logan Paul, and to get that U.S. title away from him, and that terrible run, extremely terrible. Don't you guys agree? Bobby Petito says, who else is in WWE would you like to see wrestlers wrestle against Jordynne Grace for TNA Knockouts Championship? I could totally see somebody like Naomi. I could totally see somebody like let's see in WWE. I could totally see Tiffany Stratton. I would love to see thinking. I mean, I love the fact that it's with Roxanne. I think that's really, really interesting. And I heard a rumor or saw something earlier online today. I don't know if anybody has also seen this as well, but completely let me know if you agree or did see or did not see. But apparently, Roxanne didn't genuinely know that Jordynne Grace was going to be showing up initially. She was I saw that there was a report that she was initially told that somebody else was going to be coming, and it ended up being Jordynne Grace. Rumor has it that person was Alexa Bliss. Now that's crazy, right? Blast from the past. Can you imagine? But I think everybody's pretty cool with what they got. You know, that door. Leave it to Shawn Michaels to break down all the damn doors. Sorry guys, I'm like wobbly here. Cindy L says, Tommaso Ciampa, you mean the cerebral assassin Triple H? Depending on who you are, yeah. And I'm assuming you're speaking from the point of view of R-Truth, our beloved one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions. Boza says, if you look from Backlash, that was May 3rd to SummerSlam, that is August 3rd, this is a busy stretch for WWE. We are 2 Sundays away technically from our third straight WWE pay-per-view NXT Battleground. Yeah, that's going to be good. We have Battleground. We have Battleground coming up. We got Clash at the Castle. And then before we know it, Money in the Bank will be here. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. And it's looking like a really, really hot summer for WWE for sure. Cindy also says Shayna Baszler. Yes. All the way. Yes. Boza says he's saying he's Boza said he's saying he's the, this was in reference to Austin Theory. Excuse me. He was the reason that A-Town Down Under is the WWE Tag Team Champions. Like, wow. If you guys had to put it this way, and I'll stir the pot a little bit because, that's what I love to do. Who's the better of those tag teams? Of the tag team, who would you consider better? Would you think Austin Theory or Grayson Waller? I'll leave that up to you guys to debate because I've done a lot of debating today. Cindy says, "Oh yeah, Bailey's champion." I almost forgot. Boza says they're using that at his age. AJ said recently he doesn't know how much longer he can go. At 46, he is a 26-year pro. Also, Nick's office is very busy. A lot of activity in and out, especially from the very beginning when we opened the door and all of a sudden we see hello, goodbye, and a QR code. Now, that's interesting. You want to talk about busy, them busy fireflies. Good. Boza says, good question from Bobby. Jordynne revealed on Busted Open against all odds on June 14th. She will defend her TNA Knockouts Championship in an open challenge. So she's having an open challenge the day before Battleground. Is that what you're telling me? Because Battleground's the 15th. Interesting. Maybe I mean, we would have to see about Professor, what Professor would think of that, only because he did say that don't be surprised if we walk out of this Battleground with Jordynne Grace leaving with her TNA Knockouts belt, championship belt, as well as the NXT Women's Championship belt. Like, we have never seen cross belt promotion in that fashion the way we saw it this week. We've never seen the TNA Championship on WWE cameras, which is completely unprecedented. Completely. Bobby says maybe AJ Styles could do a match at TNA and wrestles against Moose or Josh Alexander. You're onto something, sir. Being that was his home. That was a home for him. You never know. And he made quite the stir and quite the impact. So who knows? Maybe this is what this whole uncertainty of AJ Styles' future is about. Maybe it's about revealing who else is going to be coming through that door, whether it's TNA or NXT superstar, or maybe him go to NXT, even though he kind of already did that. But I don't know. You might be onto something there, sir. Boza says Against All Odds is the Friday after Battleground. Ah, okay. That's interesting. They're giving us the replay of the championship match from Backlash with Logan Paul and Cody Rhodes, which I was personally not a fan of. And I was happy to miss the end of it because obviously I knew damn well that Logan Paul was not winning that. And plus I had to go to work. So I had to miss the last 15 minutes of it, which was nothing, which was pretty much the end. Everybody knows here that I don't care from anything Logan Paul anyway. So, but yeah. I think, you know what I think, guys? I think I miss, you know what? I don't think, I know, because you guys have been hearing me say this for a while. I miss our tribal chief. I really do. I miss our tribal chief so much. Oh, Nick Aldis. Not Nick Aldis. LA Knight leaving Nick Aldis's office. Kayla with a question. Update, please. Nosy Nelly, he called her. Nosy Nelly. Logan Paul's not here this week. Great. Yay. Oh, guess we'll talk to you next week. Oh, no. LA Knight playing with the camera, and I'm loving it. If he's not going to get the answer he wants, he's going to make the answer what he wants. Oh, and there it is. We have a challenge for the United States Championship. Oh, and here comes Mello again. You want to talk about a nosy Nelly? Mello has been entering his business, his nose into LA Knight's business for the last couple weeks, or since he's come here. This is pretty crazy. Oh, Mello messed up. Oh, spicy words between these two. He called him trash. LA Knight called him trash. That's so funny. Boza says, same honey. I knew Cody would retain. Seeing Nia Jax winning Queen of the Ring was my favorite part. That was definitely my favorite part too, because I was just like, I told you so. I told you so. And I always love an opportunity to say, I told you so. Here comes Apollo Crews. Returning. Former Intercontinental and United States champion. Let's not sleep. Apollo Crews has made some moves, and we haven't seen him in quite a long time, but it's good to see him back in the ring as he should be. And here comes El Ídolo, Andrade Cien Almas, or just Andrade these days. Boza says, back to Logan being a chicken shit champion. He only got Cody because the Saudi princes wanted to see Logan live. Exactly. And yeah, I'm going to keep saying it. And I mentioned him, the tribal chief. Y'all want to talk about my tribal chief's reign? Y'all are not going to sit here and compare him to a Logan Paul reign, because his reign was way better than that. And this man has only had 2 title defenses. And you want to talk a part-time champion? He's basically a reality-based Brock Lesnar with the U.S. right now, basically. Jeffrey, good to see you. Thanks for checking in again. Boza says LA Knight wants to save us from Logan Paul. You know what? He's our savior at this point. Please do. Please do. I pray and hope to the wrestling gods that LA Knight gets his hands on Logan Paul, because we are sick and tired of seeing him on our TV screens. I know I am. I don't know about y'all, but I know I am. Jeffrey says this match should have happened with Logan as soon as he had it. That's kind of what I thought what would happen. I thought I had seen some things surface online about LA Knight getting some gold. And I think this would be a good way to get that for him. So especially Logan Paul, you want to go over, you want to create a buzz. And, Logan Paul is the hottest thing. Maybe not the best thing, but the hottest, I guess. Self-proclaimed. I didn't say it. Those are his words. I don't know. Bobby says, I'd be down to see Jordan Grace versus Fallon Henley and Sol Ruka. Now, that would be sickening. A triple threat. You're giving the girl the heavy lifting. And not for nothing, that probably wouldn't be a problem for Jordan Grace. Because have you seen her? Jordan Grace's physique? When I saw... and I've been with WWT since January. And I've had the honor and the privilege and the pleasure of learning about other wrestling promotions in better detail than I normally would just at first glance. And so shout outs to the WWT crew for being so knowledgeable of all the other promotions and, teaching me a thing or two. But what I had never fully seen Jordan Grace before on I had seen pictures of her and things like that, but I had never saw her in ring work. When she appeared at the Royal Rumble, I don't know what I was expecting. I definitely wasn't expecting her to be in the Rumble, but her physique was phenomenal. And it was just like, who would want to willingly fight her? She gonna whip my ass in seconds. Jordan Grace, I have a very strong feeling, and I might have to agree with the professor. We could see her walking out with 2 belts at Battleground. We could see that happen. I think that's something we definitely need to keep an eye on. Jeffrey says Jordan is on another level ever since I watched her debut in TNA in 2008. Yeah. So she's been around since 2008. Like, what was going on in 2008 then? Can you imagine? And then for being in TNA this long and still rocking it and still killing it and still holding gold and being a champion. Yeah, why not? Why not? And she's been built up to be this unstoppable force in TNA. And I think it's going to suit her well, cross promoting. And in Vegas, I'm still not sure about making them the main event or we still don't know who the main event would be for Battleground, would we? I guess we'll find out going into next week, because this is also, I heard this is not going to be the only appearance that Jordan Grace will make on NXT. She has received a hefty 6-figure salary for her appearances, which is pretty awesome. Shout outs to the ladies securing that bag and getting the bag. But what was I saying before? What was I saying? Oh, that's what I was saying.
I'm the tribal chief around here. Yeah, you see me, the tribal chief. That's right.
That's right. I was about to talk about our tribal chief, but unless
You must be sleeping under a rock or something.
unless you've been sleeping under a rock, don't forget to acknowledge him.
Can't no man knock me out. I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. The tribal chief is head and shoulders above everybody. This is my show. This is my camera. I run it all.
I love you, tribal chief, but technically this is my show, this is my camera, and this is WWT live. Oh, okay, Jeffrey. So you didn't mean 2008. He meant correction on that, 2018. Thank you for that. Thank you for that little fact check. I appreciate that. No worries. Since starting bodybuilding, she's at best. I mean, 2018, she's a beast. I'm reading it exactly how you wrote it. Jordan says, LA Night. Yeah. Bobby says, acknowledge me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for acknowledging your tribal queen bee. Ooh, I think I got a new nickname, y'all. I think I got a new nickname. Andrade versus Apollo Crews. And we have Angel Garza, who's at ringside, keeping an eye on things, which is very interesting. Nice little kip up from El Idolo, firing it up, getting the crowd hype. They're in Albany tonight, which is awesome. They upstate. They all the way up. Tribal Queen will win the WWE Championship from Cody. Imagine that. Jeffrey Reimer, Tribal Queen beat. I think we got a new hashtag and a new nickname, y'all. I'm just saying. Just saying. I might have to work on some logos and some other cool things, like merch and stuff. Oh, that's right. Speaking of merch, you should go copy yours right now.
Hey, yo, you. Yeah, you that's watching this. You sitting on the couch staring at the screen not knowing what you want to do like this is an online college. Are you tired of wearing shirts that make you look like an extra stuck in catering? Hey, yo, you. Yeah, you that's watching this. You sitting on the couch staring at the screen not knowing what you want to do like this is an online college. Are you tired of wearing shirts that make you look like an extra stuck in catering? Do you want to step your wrestling swag game up to the next level? Then Women's Wrestling Talk has got you covered. Like literally. Are you for life in pink or black and white? Or maybe you're the EST and people need to respect you accordingly. Want to put some pride in your stride and show off the muscle in your hustle? Then make sure you check out the WWT store. Not now, but right now. Alright? What you waiting for? Head to www talkpodstore.com and don't make me fight you. Shit.
Please don't make her do it. Please don't make her do it. Don't let her fight you. That's the last thing you want. Last thing you want is a New York City accent trying to fight you. Maybe Angel Garza could try to be, let me see. Try to get Andrade to join Santos Escobar. Oh, so you think he's trying to get him to join Legado de Fantasma. Up, Andrade pulls the win over Apollo Crews. But I'm not sure what Angel Garza is all celebratory about, but I guess we'll see. Oh, and there you go, Bobby. You mentioned it. And like the rest of Legado de Fantasma has arrived as well at ringside. It seems like they're scouting out El Idolo. Not sure why. Being that he's made it very known that he wants nothing to do with them, I think. Maybe not. El Idolo seems to be on his solo run. But what does this mean here? Ah, good. Means nothing. He walks right past Santos Escobar, doesn't even acknowledge him. And it looks like Santos Escobar is completely taking offense to it. And he's looking at Angel Garza like he's very upset and very pissed. And like, you messed up. You effed up. You effed up. Jordan Kirby says Piper beats Bailey for the title? No, absolutely not. Bobby Bobby says yes to. Oh, okay. Yes to acknowledging what you had come to fruition with. Boza says, is Andrade easier to try to sway to join Legado with LW on Raw? It seems like there's a little bit of like this the classroom popular groups are trying to collect more members. You know what I'm saying? There's like two rivalry I'm looking at the TV. It was last week's recap. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Yeah, like two rivalries in school, and they have their eye on this one kid, and he's like the popular kid, he's the tough kid, and both of them want them on his side, but he wants no parts. It doesn't seem like he does. Between LWO, between Judgment Day, between Legado de Fantasma, I'm not sure what is going on with Andrade, but there's a lot on his plate. And here we go. We got Bloodline action, and Solo Sikoa. It seems that Paul Heyman has a question or a message for him, or is wondering something. Like I said, he just said he's been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of reflection about how I can better serve you while you're in charge. And with Roman as our tribal chief, there's a lot of violence in the bloodline. But that was to preserve the family, preserve everything that the bloodline was working for. And before that, before Roman even said anything to an act of violence, there was a lot of counsel being given from the wise man. I hear we want Roman chants. Fake fake asses. A lot of you, all of you with your fake ones and your fake tribal chief love and your fake we want Romans. Shame on you.
I'm not feeling it. You're lying.
Period. Y'all don't miss him. Y'all don't miss him. Y'all wasn't there when he lost that title. I was, and I was devastated. Devastated. It was terrible. It was awful. It was sad. All the above. All the above. Uh-oh. Paul Heyman's like, what's this wee shit? What's this wee shit? Because I don't feel involved. As he should. Kevin Owens is on his way to ringside, and Solo Sikoa says, you better go to the ring to fix this. What the hell is he gonna do? He's a councilman. What the heck is he supposed to fix? Everything's already run amok and gone awry in the bloodline. What the hell is he supposed to fix? You fix it. Shug Sikoa, you fix it. The hell? I'm not liking this attitude. I'm not liking this new bloodline. I don't want to call them the bloodline. I don't want to call them the bloodline. They're not the bloodline. It's not the bloodline when you don't have Roman. It's not. I'm sorry. I'm saying it here first. This is a like, you know how we have a real TK on WWT Live and then we have a fake TK in the wrestling world? Well, guess what? We have the real bloodline and we have the fake bloodline. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the fake bloodline. Solo Sikoa as the leader and TAMA Tonga and Tongaloa as his constituents, as our mayor and councilman love to use so loosely. Yeah, because there's no way. There's just no way that I can acknowledge that. But here we are, right, guys? Here we are. Fickle fans. Exactly, Jeffrey. Exactly. Fickle. You know, I'm going to take a moment to acknowledge the planet's champion, Daniel Bryan. That moment was probably one of the best Daniel Bryan moments ever. That fickle shout and screaming at the world about what's wrong with it. And you know, how messed up us fans are. Like, it's wonderful. It's a beautiful thing. Jeffrey says, I feel for Paul. He's caught in a rock and a hard place. Boza says, now they want Roman. For the past 1,310 days was go away Roman, F you Roman, and such, etc., etc. It's because they don't buy Solo as the leader of the bloodline, because it's not the bloodline, Boza. That's why. It's not the bloodline. It's a fake. It's a fluke. It's a figment of their imagination. They're just an extension of what the bloodline used to be, but they're not the bloodline. Jordan Kirby also says, we were watching on the TV. Bobby Petito says, I hope Jacob Fatu shows up at WWE soon. There is still heavy word that is still a possibility. It's kept quiet ever since Tonga Loa had made his appearance and had surfaced to the main roster and WWE period. But yeah. And tonight we're going to see them in action. They're going to be going against the Street Profits. I love this comment. I love this comment so much. Jeffrey says, this is the bloodline from Timu. That's so great. That is probably the comment of the night. The nonsense bloodline. Good one, Jordan. Good one. Acknowledge them, honey. For real, man. I think everybody should. Jeffrey also says, I remember when Bryan was planned as champion and Big E was eating a piece of meat on SmackDown. So funny. Jordan Kirby, when is Zilla coming? Not sure. Not sure. There's still lots of speculation as to who else might be showing up from this extended bloodline, like literally extended bloodline. We got a vignette from our Scottish psychopath, who's had quite a week. You know, he had a pretty good one-on-one with words in a promo with Damian Priest on Monday. Also unexpectedly ran into Braun Strowman as well. But Drew McIntyre has his eyes set on going after Damian Priest for that title. And as you guys know, that they will be going one-on-one at Clash at the Castle in Glasgow, Scotland. I presume this is where CM Punk comes in and he ruins yet another opportunity for Drew McIntyre over Damian Priest again. You know, I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a repeat of WrestleMania 40 and what happened on that night, that lovely evening where Damian Priest had cashed in his Money in the Bank and beat Drew McIntyre after Drew McIntyre had worked so hard and worked tirelessly to get that achievement of winning at WrestleMania in front of a crowd. It was easily taken away by El Senor Money in the Bank. Oh shit. Apollo Crews completely jumped Angel Garza in the locker room when Angel Garza was confronting Andrade about what was that? What's going on? This is a lot to take in. I feel like there's just way too much activity going on. Way too much activity. What's happening? What's coming tonight? Like, what's happening? And I feel like it all starts with that QR code. But let's see what our Mr. Kevin Owens has to say here. I'm not feeling the bloodline shoes, Kevin. You don't like the bloodline, so stop wearing the bloodline shoes. He's again reminding us that he went to Saudi Arabia to have Randy Orton's back to make sure that he was good and make sure that they protected the case with that King of the Ring tournament. Yes, we did. We saw what happened in that match. Hashtag Randy got screwed. Hashtag Randy deserves better. Hashtag his shoulder was up. So I agree with Kevin Owens. Boza says, I wonder if the international pay-per-views are making it harder for them to pick when Jacob Fatu debuts. Fightful said on a podcast due to his story, it's hard for them to pick a date, allegedly. That's interesting. Boza also says Solo must look good. Creative is fearful that Jacob would outshine Solo. That I did see. Up and there he is. There goes the wise man, the council, Paul Heyman, with his signature "Ladies and Gentlemen" intro. Is Paul Heyman. Jordan says Logan versus LA Knight at SummerSlam. Anyone? I feel like we could get that a lot sooner, quite honestly. Or maybe build it up to SummerSlam. That could possibly happen too. But it's going to be a lot of build up. But they're already kicking it off. So something tells me that could happen probably at Money in the Bank. Boza says, surprise Fox doesn't air SmackDown Live on June 14th with it in Scotland. No, it doesn't, huh? Crazy thought that what if AJ ain't retiring and this leads to Nick Aldis stepping into the WWE ring? Now, I'm not sure how well that would go, only because I do believe that Nick Aldis just had surgery. Didn't he just have surgery, I believe? So I'm not sure how well that would go. But I don't think Nick Aldis should do that, considering that, you know, we've had him as an elected official of WWE. Paul Heyman stepping into the ring now. Very gingerly, very carefully. You never know with Kevin Owens. He can be a loose cannon at times. We want Roman. You know what? Oh, excuse me. You know what? You fans, the fans are making me upset because it's like, where was all this love when our tribal chief was around? Paul Heyman just said, I don't think there's a person here tonight who wants Roman here more than I do. And I believe him. Tell us why, Paul. Tell us why. If you keep calling out Solo's name, something bad will happen. And anything you went through with Roman was because of how much he respected you and admired you. And dare I say, acknowledged you as a true threat to the championship. Kevin looks like he's not buying this bullshit. I can't help but feel like Paul is ribbing with using the whole criminal terminology and background checks. They're bloodthirsty, sadistic thugs. And they're looking for a reason. They're not looking for a reason to take you out. They're looking for an excuse to take you out. And it looks bad for WWE. Uh-oh. Paul's giving a warning to Kevin Owens. So he's basically trying to tell him, back off, don't mention Solo anymore, and just keep moving. Just keep it moving. If you keep calling out Solo's name, they're going to do something really bad about it. And I'm asking you, I'm pleading with you, Kevin Owens, please, I'm begging you, back off. And he said, please. He asked nicely. Doesn't mean that it shares the same sentiments as Solo and the rest of them, because we obviously know that don't. Jordan says, imagine if AJ goes back to TNA to finish his career there. Listen, that would be pretty crazy. I think that would be huge, considering that we've seen the TNA and WWE partnership and, you know, the door opening. Anything is possible at this point, Jordan. Anything is possible. Jeffrey says, honey, what do you think AJ's going to say? I don't know if AJ's going to say anything. I feel like we could run into another opponent for him. What if they open the door tonight on SmackDown? That would be pretty crazy, right? That would be nuts. Imagine somebody from TNA shows up with SmackDown. Whoo, boy. And then for everybody to keep it hush hush, shout out, which by the way, Professor mentioned this also on our NXT post show, but shout outs to all the crew at TNA and NXT for keeping that shit tight lipped. And Shawn Michaels, like he is running a machine, a very well-oiled machine in NXT. And by having that move without any surprises, no leaks, no anything, chef's kiss. Bobby says it's nice to see Apollo Crews getting TV time. Yes, finally with that debut. Jeffrey says finally Apollo showing some aggressiveness. Yep, absolutely. Lily gives me the creeps. I don't remember her being that close to me, but she does give me the creeps. But I haven't messed with her because she's been pulling these disappearing acts every now and then when I do like my social videos and stuff like that. You know, she's there 1 minute, she's gone the next. I don't question it. I just let her rock. I just let her be because, you know, I because not for nothing, I have an obligation to you know, follow down the rabbit hole, and far be it from me to keep that information from Lily. Yeah, so I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to bring her in too much because she's just gonna get upset. She just wants to sit and watch the show. Oh, Paul Heyman says, maybe I'm not thinking about helping you. Maybe I'm just trying to save you and your family and your kids. Jeffrey says, Randy got robbed. Yes, he sure freaking did. Boza says, maybe Logan versus LA at Money in the Bank in Toronto. That I could see. That I could totally see. The Paul Ruse make his presence felt. You don't understand what you're up against. You don't understand what I'm trying to do for you. I am a Hall of Fame wise man, but no, that's not enough. Oh, Paul Heyman is snapped. And he dropped the mic. He kind of hit Kevin Owens with it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And the crowd is saying, you effed up, because there's absolutely no sound coming out of the TV now. Paul Heyman is instantly apologizing. Kevin Owens is about to attack. No. Oh, there goes Solo's music. This isn't going to bode well for the wise man, because obviously he didn't get the job done that Solo sent him to do. So this is going to be different. And now it's going to be different, especially the fact that Paul said all those things about them. This is going to make things very, very awkward, guys. Very, very awkward. All right, Avengers Assemble. Let's go. We got the Street Profits in the house, so I guess we're going to get into this tag team match now. Let's do it. And Solo and KO are going at it outside. Oh my God. Chaos has run amok on SmackDown Live. Holy shit. I don't know how Paul got the hell out of there, but I'm glad he did. Street Profits taking it to the Bloodline. And Kevin Owens taking it to Solo Sikoa. And it looks like the Street Profits are going to take a flight. Little quick flight. Oh, not just the Profits. It's going to be... Oh, okay. Okay, Dawkins. Love that. Wow. Beautiful dive. Go ahead, Dawkins. I see you. Boza says it will likely be pre-taped like the final SmackDown was for King and Queen of the Ring. Ah, okay. There you go. Jeffrey Reimer says Paul is scared of the Timu bloodline. I still love that, the Timu bloodline. Boza says, I'm waiting for Lily to scare the guys on WWT Live one day with her disappearing act. Listen, like I said, I don't want to piss her off. Boza also says, holy shit, thought my feed went dead. Missed what Paul said. You effed up, Paul. He sure did. Paul pleading, you know what? I believe him. I do believe him too. I believe everything that he's saying. And everything he's saying is absolutely right. I agree. He's a councilman. He deserves more respect than this. And he's trying to figure out ways to better serve this interim tribal chief that is here now, you know, that we have to deal with. And he's just not listening. He's not taking the bait. He doesn't care about anything. He doesn't even care about his own wise man. He doesn't even care to respect him enough. He just expects to be handed everything, I guess. I'm not sure what Solo's end game is going to be, but I have a feeling it's going to all lead to Cody Rhodes. I have a really crazy feeling about that. Bobby says, I like watching Street Profits. So do I. They always put on great performances. Show stopping. Jordan Kirby says, Paul hit Kevin with the mic. Paul is dead. Well, clearly he's not. He didn't mean to. I'm gonna defend the wise man. He didn't mean to do it. He was just pissed off because nobody's listening to him. Nobody's respecting anything that he has to say, especially with the way that the tribal chief used to hold him at a certain standard. You know, you would think that there'd be more respect on this man's name. He is a Hall of Fame wise man. Or could we be seeing Kevin Owens as a Paul Heyman guy? Is that a thing? Could that be a thing, y'all? What do you guys think of that? Could that be a thing? Could Kevin Owens become a Paul Heyman guy? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Jordan says, who's enjoying Live Night Raw? I'm enjoying it. That was quite the evening she had this week, especially after they went off the air. That was the kiss scene throughout the entire universe. And you best believe that the WWE universe and the IWC ran amok with that picture. You could still see that shot of her and Dominic online everywhere because it just completely put social media into a frenzy. And mommy, all I know is that there's going to be one pissed off mommy when she gets back. That is all I know. No way in God's earth that Kevin joins Paul. Not really saying Kevin joins Paul, but maybe Paul joins Kevin. Maybe. Tonga Loa in a WWE ring for the first time. Yeah, man. That's saying a lot. That's definitely saying something. That's great. Wait till he gets that tag. I like the Bloodline uniforms too. I just wish that the Street Profits weren't wearing the same colors because it's throwing me off. Oh, nasty knee to the face. Taking it to the outside of the ring now. Oh my God. What a disgusting clothesline. Oh my Jesus, another one. They're just absolutely savage. I feel like that's a very common and popular word that they're using to describe this new bloodline. It's more savage, more violent, more dangerous. I feel like Roman's bloodline, the difference between Roman's bloodline and this bloodline is that, you know, there was a certain type of finesse and respectability that you had in Roman's bloodline. It was just a certain sophistication about it, you know, to be able to do things formally, to be able to say, who wants the title shot, and allow somebody to challenge them and disrespect them to their face respectfully, you know, and then have a contract signing, and then we have a match. But with Solo, he's not asking for permission for anything. He's not talking to Nick Aldis. He's definitely not talking with the wise man and taking any counsel from him. He's just running things the way he feels like he should. And there's no control, you know, and then we also know damn well that he is not talking to the tribal chief. Because we know that's a lie. Something tells me that we could probably see a situation where they jump Paul. Paul is going to be in some major trouble really soon. And I think that's when we're going to start to see our beloved tribal chief resurface. But until then, Solo Sikoa, because we know you're not talking with Roman, even though you say you are. The nerve of him to tell that BS to Paul Heyman, because we all know that he's lying, right?
You're lying.
Sorry, y'all. It was just another excuse to see the tribal chief on our beloved screens. Tonga Loa, oh my God, what a clothesline. Completely ripped Dawkins apart with that clothesline. Just taught like Saito suplex with that. Oh my God, just completely tossing Dawkins out the ring like he's not the big boy in this group. And the bloodline, the new bloodline is completely giving them a run for their money tonight. Act like these are defending multiple time tag team champions, and they are completely like wiping the floor with them right now. Boza says, if Paul were to have a different client not named the tribal chief, thought it would be Braun Breaker. I felt like that would have been the obvious thing. You know what? And you know, we could talk about it, but I'm not really feeling this. I'm not feeling this this Braun Breaker run that they're giving him. That's giving like, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. It's giving, we're trying really hard to make him like Brock Lesnar. That's what it's giving me. You guys could agree or agree to disagree or disagree altogether, but that's just my opinion. I feel like they're trying to force feed us Braun Breaker as the big man, as the big muscle. I don't think that's the way to do it. I feel like he should be like a formidable opponent for somebody like Cody or somebody like well, he's on Raw, so I guess somebody like Damian Priest, or work his way to an Intercontinental Championship somehow, maybe against Sammy next, or I don't know, give him something. You know, he just came off of a great tag team run, a very unexpected tag team run that I feel wasn't really supposed to happen with Baron Corbin and the Wolf Dogs, but nevertheless, I'm not trying to discredit Braun Breaker. You know, he's a second generation superstar, and he's, you know, that's saying a lot. And he has great ability, in-ring ability. He has great awareness, and he's awesome on the mic. He can do his thing. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not sure if this is the way to go with him. You know what I'm saying? And then definitely, so for Boza, for your comment, I feel like the further you keep Braun Breaker away from Paul Heyman, the better, because then it's going to be even more evident that they're trying to force feed us Braun Breaker into creating him like he's the next big thing, as you know, like Brock Lesnar was. But that's just what I think. Boza says he called Gorillas of Destiny thugs. Yikes. Those are his new clients. Listen, technically they're not his clients. They're not his clients. These guys aren't his clients. He definitely did not appoint them clients. He definitely is not owning them as clients. It was just a hostile takeover, and Solo expects him to fix things. Like, the toxicity in this group is pretty deep, because at least with Roman, I mean, Roman was pretty toxic. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Of course, everything with Roman that went on with Jay and Jimmy and all that was pretty fucking toxic. Pretty freaking toxic. Excuse me. Use the F-bomb, but it's okay. But I this isn't the same situation with Solo. Solo is doing things a little differently, and he's doing things to the point where it's like almost out of spite. And you know what's funny? I was watching the recap of WrestleMania 40. I was watching the final match, just the ending. And I couldn't help but notice something that we might, and mind you that I could be reaching, I could be overthinking it, but this is just what I saw initially when seeing it again, because I'm surprised I didn't see this sooner. But could it be that Solo feels like he's better than Roman and feels like he can do better than Roman? Because y'all remember the moment when Solo came out to help Roman against Cody at WrestleMania 40 Night 2. And when Roman hit that pin and Solo came to help him before Cena came out, when Roman went for the pin and the referee counted to 2 and Cody kicked out after Solo helped him, Solo turned around and just gave this look. Like, he was just like, and he kind of like stopped in his tracks, and he was just like, WTF, and like really, really pissed. And he began to, completely try to obliterate Cody, being that it was Bloodline rules. Until Cena came out, of course, and wiped the floor with him. But I can't help but wonder, this is Solo is Solo doing these things differently? Like, is he, do you guys, and you guys could feel free to answer me in the comments, but do you guys think that Solo Sikoa is really in control, or do you think he's just doing everything based on feeling and instinct and the disappointment in losing and having a losing year last year, and also losing everything that the Bloodline worked to build while he was with Roman? And do you think he finds like a major disappointment? You think he looks at Roman as a major disappointment, considering that he lost on the grandest stage of them all? Oh, wow. Tongaloa. Oh my God. Montez Ford is giving Tongaloa everything he's got, and Tongaloa was not eating any of it until that clothesline. Stay on him, Montez. You got to stay on him. Keep that defense up. But do you think, like, I want to know what you guys think. Like, Solo looks like he's trying to pretty much undo everything that Roman screwed up on since that loss at WrestleMania 40. But technically, Roman never really got to scold Solo for all of his losses and for being a disappointment to him. So I feel like that could still continue, and that's going to play out when Roman resurfaces again. And Roman is definitely going to there's going to be a situation or a time where Paul Heyman is in huge trouble. Like, I feel like this could lead to a situation that kind of like did with Batista and Triple H when they had their match, and the one thing that initiated it and built up to it was the fact that he beat up Ric Flair to a bloody pulp and just dragged him backstage. I feel like this could be the same situation that they're going to try to build with Paul Heyman. And there's going to be a very, very vulnerable and messy situation where they're all beating the shit out of Paul Heyman, and Roman Reigns resurfaces again along with the old Bloodline. Because not for nothing, even though there was that one minor moment, but I think that Paul Heyman was just literally doing it to mess with Lesnar, not so much to leave Roman. Oh, Montez Ford from the heavens. He hit the frog splash. Oh, no. But he wasn't the legal man, and Tonga gets the pin. Wow. Okay. I thought Tonga Loa was the legal man. I didn't see the tag. Tonga is just completely unhinged. He's a problem. But yeah, there's good. Like I said, there's Paul Heyman is treading in very deep waters with deeper and bigger sharks. Um, Paul Roman Reigns is a big shark, but these guys are bloodthirsty. I just can't help but wonder that there's going to be something going on that leads them to leads to Paul Heyman getting jumped and probably getting beat down to a pulp to the point where it's going to force Roman to come back and return. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll be a situation where they're about to jump him. I don't know. I don't know. But I definitely think that it's a possibility that Paul Heyman is a lot more trouble than we think. And Solo is literally trying to undo everything undo the way Roman did everything by forcing his control. And that's not the way to do it. With Roman, he had all the self-control in the world. He kind of would, he was loose cannon when he had his moments and he'd get pissed, but he was also respectable and sophisticated. He handled things like a gentleman. He handled things like a man, but at the same time, maybe not so much when it came to, the Usos helping him and things like that. But I'm talking about like before the matches or, when we see him every week. But Solo's not out here asking for acknowledgement. Solo's not out here acknowledging the fans or speaking to the fans. I feel like Solo's in a position where he thinks that he's too good. And he thinks he's way better than Roman. And he's just trying to pretty much make up and compensate for his losses last year. Because if there's anybody that needs to answer for their losses, it's definitely Solo. Definitely Solo. You guys saw the year he had. But let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let's see. Jeffrey says 7-time IWGP Tag Team Champions. 7 times. 7. Lucky number 7. Bobby says, I'd be interested to see ABC, Ace Austin, and Chris B from TNA versus Street Profits. That'll be cool. That would be cool. Jeffrey says, Tongaloa looks more like Haku. He does. He does. Solo looks like he's trying to correct everything Roman did wrong after Mania. Exactly. I mean, Roman didn't do anything wrong. All Roman did was lose. And for Solo to be upset about Roman with that one loss, as opposed to all the losses that he took last year, since he lost to John Cena in Saudi Arabia last year, I don't think he's one to talk. Just saying. Moses says, of course, Gorillas of Destiny were going to win their in-ring debut. For sure. Yeah, and I guess that makes sense as to why Tama Tonga didn't win King of the Ring all the way, because they're going to build them up, obviously, as a new tag team. Moses says, Indy ain't so big and brave without Candace. Yeah. Bianca and Jade, oh, my arm. Boza says, amen, honey. Solo is 2-40 since he got called up to the main roster. Solo definitely needs to answer to our tribal chief. Acknowledge it. I'm just saying. And it's like, what's your position? Like, you went from the guard dog and all of a sudden, the tribal chief loses and goes away for a while. And all of a sudden you're the big man on campus. You're the big shot. Not happening. And it's not going to happen so easily, which is why all of these beloved fans are now asking for Roman, because they're bored. There's no entertainment from Solo Sikoa besides the fact that, he has the bloodline under in his hands pretty much, and he's handling it the way he wants to. But that doesn't mean we like it though, Solo. Doesn't mean we like it. We're gonna need to talk about this, and we're definitely we definitely need to get in touch with our tribal chief somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it, y'all, but somebody needs to reach out to the tribal chief and let him know that Paul is about to be in deep doo-doo. Deep doo-doo. I can't believe I said that. I sound like an elementary school teacher. I had an elementary school teacher that said something that used to say deep doo-doo whenever we were in trouble. She's like, if you guys don't stop, you're going to be in deep doo-doo. I don't know why I thought of that. That's so funny though. But shout outs to everybody in the chat, and shout outs to you guys for joining in, and shout outs to everybody watching. I see you. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. I don't sting today, but sometimes I do. If you were with us earlier on WWT Live, I was definitely stinging in that horsewoman debate, which was so much fun. I can't wait to do another segment like that. I definitely think that we should. If there's any cool or new ideas or new topics you want us to talk about as far as these debates go, and or new debates you want to spark up as far as the topics go, please feel free to hit us up in the chat. Let us know. I could write some ideas down, forward it to the professor and boss lady and see what they think. And of course, you know, it has to get either approved or vetoed by our councilman and mayor. So just make sure that you send in those ideas. But just so you guys know, since we're on a little commercial break, I'm gonna let you guys know what my rank was for my 4 horsewomen. And I want to see what you guys think. And I also want to know what you guys think and who you would pick and how you would rank your horsemen. Sasha Banks is 4, Bailey 3, Charlotte 2, Becky 1, and in that order. I said what I said. If you want to see the extended version of why I said what I said, please go make sure you check out that WWT live debate show earlier today. Make sure you check out that recap on all our social platforms. And AJ Styles is going to be addressing his future. I can't help but wonder if this is going to be in the main event. Like, we have one more match, I think. Oh, hey, Michin. Michin, shout outs to her and congratulations to her for getting that other spot in the NXT Women's North American Qualifying Championship match, to ladder match that's going to be happening at Battleground. Yes, the talk of the night is Queen Nia. I agree. Oh, Mia Yim is stepping up to Nia Jax, y'all. This is sexy. This is dope. And Nia said, you're going to regret that. Nia, your outfit tonight, girl. I can't take it. Okay, Meechim stepping up to the queen. She ain't scared. She's the HBIC, so I feel her. Yep, you guys see it there. Oh, next Sunday, excuse me, is Battleground. Next Sunday is Battleground. Next Sunday? I thought it was Saturday. Huh. Oh, no, that's Clash at the Castle. So many PLEs to keep up with, and I don't know. I don't have enough time. There's not enough time in the world. Not enough wrestling to watch, y'all. I think this is really interesting that Naomi and Bailey are teamed up here. But meanwhile, isn't Naomi part of that big 3? I don't want to stir the pot, but, you know, I'm just saying. I kind of like to stir the pot, so I'm just going to. But should we be worried, guys? Should we be worried? Are you guys worried? Let me know. I want to know your thoughts. We have, I can't believe, wow, it's already an hour and a half. Holy crap. It's 9:32. The show's almost over. Like, you know what? Love you guys. Love you guys. And thank you so much for always making the show fun for me and interactive, because time flies when you have fun. And I have so much fun doing this. Let's see. Jeffrey says, y'all were pulling on said in good fun. I enjoyed it. We did too. It was wonderful. I was going to say something to them on Wednesday about it and say, oh, I'm bringing the big guns. I'm going to do something. I'm going to dress up. And no, I'm glad I didn't. And what's funny is that the mayor even came out and dressed up. He had a whole suit. He had maybe not a tie, but he had a suit and the turtleneck and the glasses on when he he was going in about his rant about why Sasha Banks is number 1. It's so funny. It was so funny. It was so great. And seeing and hearing the pop from Professor and our councilman, I think that was probably took the cake for me and when doing these shows. That was too much fun. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I should probably do it more often. It's always nice to play dress up and be something else for a while. Jeffrey says, ooh, best finishers or entrances. That's good. That's good. I like that. Entrances as far as like actually coming out of the ring and how they do it, or are you talking about entrance theme songs? Because that would be sickening too. Matt says, Banks, of course you did. Of course you did, my dear. Boza says it'll be interesting to see how WWE can transform the UFC Apex into a WWE pay-per-view show, or PLE in this case. You know, we want to make sure we use the right terms here, because, you know, the other company has pay-per-views. We have PLEs and they stream on Peacock. but yeah, nevertheless, it is going to be very interesting to see how they transform that place. If I'm not mistaken, and maybe, you know what, I'm going to check it here, but I wonder how. I had asked Professor, and I think he said 1,000, but Apex, Las Vegas. Let me see. Capacity. That's what I want to see. What's the capacity? Oh, okay. It is unknown how many tickets will be made available for Battleground, but 20. Oh, no, excuse me. This is an old article. But how many people fit in the Apex Las Vegas? Typically around 500, although UFC applied in 2022 for a permit to host events with up to 1,000 people. So it's going to be a small crowd, but it's going to be loud. It's going to very much remind me of NXT in the Performance Center. I think it's going to be really on that kind of a level as far as, you know, the capacity route. That's going to be really, really cool. I love smaller, intimate crowds. That's awesome too. That's also great for the superstars, and, you know, a little, not as much distraction, you know. I can't imagine how it'll look outside that place, though, considering everything that went down during Philly weekend and the fact that they had to shut that event down. They had to shut down Bloodsport because it was it was way too crowded. So can you imagine? Sweatbox gonna be like the clubs back in the day. Moses says, oh, sorry, I read that already, apologies. Bobby's rank, I got one rank here. Bobby says Becky Lynch is number 1, Bayley number 2, Charlotte Flair number 3, 4 Sasha Banks. So you basically have like the similar one to me, only Bayley and Charlotte are switched up. Interesting, I like it. Boza says they put it on Sunday for some weird reason. I thought it was Saturday too. Yeah, I'm not sure why I thought that. That's so strange. Unless I'm just used to all the PLEs happening on Saturday because of Backlash and because of you know, the fact that they had all their, you know, their daytime shows on Saturdays now, like Elimination Chamber, when they have WrestleMania Saturday, you know, like, I don't know. That's so funny. So it's on Sunday. It's this Sunday. It's this Sunday coming up. That's so wild. I feel like we've had a PLE every damn week this whole month. That's what it feels like. We had Backlash, and then we had King and Queen of the Ring, and now we have Battleground. I mean, there's only been 2, granted, but it feels like there's a new PLE every damn week. This is great. Jeffrey says entrances coming presentation wise or music. I feel that would be a really good debate. What I miss? You didn't miss much, except for the fact that Naomi and Bayley are going to be taking on Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. We also saw the women's tag team champions, 2 out of the big 3, walking the ringside, possibly. I'm not sure how they're feeling about their teammate Naomi aligning themselves with the likes of Bayley, especially Bianca Belair. If I was Bianca Belair, I'd feel kind of way. I feel the type of way. Being that this was the same woman that caused me hell for the last year and got on my last damn nerve with her entire group that she made up, got them jumping me every week, made me lose my damn title, and, you know, all this stuff like that. Yeah, like I said, if I was Bianca, I'd feel away. Jordan says his rank is Bayley 1, Sasha 2, Becky 3, and Charlotte 100. I can't deal. That's too funny. Ooh, I'm looking at our wrestling group chat with the WWT crew. And there's so much in this chat. If you guys went and scrolled in this chat, you wouldn't believe the amount of links and all the information and all the things we've talked about in here. It's insane. It's like our little digital war room. But Said has come up with a good idea. He said, I'm intrigued to know how everyone ranks the Shield. That would be crazy. That is gonna be crazy. That would be yeah. Professor says that agrees that would be a wild conversation. It really would. That is definitely up for debate. And I'm talking like you're ranking the Shield. You're ranking Moxley, John Moxley, aka formerly known as Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. How you gonna rank those three? That's pretty tough. Crossbody from Naomi, and Naomi is on fire. Okay, Cheeks, my goodness, Naomi, Lord have mercy. Jeffrey says Bianca isn't ready to forgive Bayley like Drew and Jey Uso. I don't think Drew ever forgave Jey Uso. Just like he's never going to forgive CM Punk. I feel like that is just going to be a constant blood feud going forward. It'll be like the perfect rivalry. Oh, covered by Naomi, kick out by Chelsea Green. Right? What do you think of this? That would be a crazy ranking. The Shield, that would be a sick ranking. Y'all better come out and Shield get up as who you think. Let's see. I don't know. Well, I would have to, bring it dressing like Roman. I would have to dress like my tribal chief, honestly, because he's my number one. Oh, Chelsea Green distracted the referee. Piper Niven was able to knock Naomi off the top rope, but Bayley in for the save when Chelsea had the pin. Bayley getting real aggressive tonight. She is leg sweep by Piper Niven. And she is just dismantling the women's champion. I haven't seen Bayley handled like this in a while. She actually has a big challenge on her hands. Rear view to Chelsea. Ugh. Niven they just made a Naomi sandwich, y'all. Oh my God. Chelsea Green just pinned Naomi, and it was all because Piper Niven did the senton drop on Naomi and also on Chelsea Green. And Chelsea Green is like all wobbly getting up. Shout outs to Chelsea Green. She is the gift that keeps on giving. Breaking news regarding Friday night. Jade Cargill versus Indy Hartwell. One-on-one action. I feel bad for Indy Hartwell. She about to get tossed like a salad, as I like to say. And also next week, we got Johnny Gargano versus Grayson Waller, which makes sense being that we had Austin Theory versus Champa tonight. Let's see if Grayson Waller will fare against Johnny Wrestling. Also next Friday, we got Apollo Crews versus Angel Garza with, of course, Legado de Fantasma. Okay. Some more matchups we got. We got a lot of little breaking news here. Solo Sikoa anoints Tonga Loa as part of the Bloodline. What are we anointing? Anointing what? You're not in charge. You don't go here. You know what, y'all?
Why would that man play games with me? Why would you play games with me?
Hold on one sec. We got LA Knight versus AJ. LA Knight said, if the rumors are true, respect. Is AJ about to retire? Oh, Cody. Cody, that suit. Cody. They're really like over dramatizing this. Something's coming. Somebody's coming and something's. Oh, we got the Good Brothers. AJ looked like he's on the verge of crying. He's tearing up, guys. Are we about to see AJ Styles retire? Like legit, he's in a suit and everything. Guys, this is getting really sad. No, I don't know if I like this feeling. I don't like this feeling. I don't like feeling sad. But let's get into this. Let's get into these comments because I'm seeing y'all talking it up in here. We chopping it up. Let's see. Bobby asks, would you like to see Carmelo Hayes be involved in the feud between LA Knight and Logan Paul? I wouldn't be mad at that. I think he would be a great addition to the rivalry. I think if they could possibly turn this into somehow maybe a triple threat match for the United States title, that would be pretty sickening. Melo definitely on his way up. I think he's just going to be paying his dues on the main roster. Now that he's moved up, he's going to be learning the ropes and everything like that. He's been taking a couple of losses. Could there be a United States championship win on his belt and his record? There definitely could be. But I think LA Knight has earned his dues as well. But that wouldn't be a bad idea. I would like to see that. Jeffrey says Piper has turned it up ever since beating up Bailey. Naomi got sandwiched. Yeah. And poor Chelsea. Poor Chelsea. Boza says we got the card for Des Moines, Iowa. Yep, that's where it's going to be next week. It's going to be an interesting lineup too as well. Can't wait to see all the other stories unfolding that we have Clash at the Castle just weeks away. Boza also says I was waiting for Honey when she saw that Solo is officially anointing Tonga Loa into the bloodline. Yeah, I'm not for lack of better words.
This is bullshit.
If I had to put it plainly, that's basically what it is. Because I'm not sure who anointed your ass tribal chief, Solo Sikoa. Because as I recall, the tribal chief left quietly. He didn't say hold it down to you or to anybody. But then again, neither did Dwayne. And Dwayne's the final boss. Unless this is all done under the final boss as well, because there is a lot of speculation on that The Rock could be the one puppeteering the strings behind this new bloodline. And being that they're really, really overly aggressive, got me thinking. It's definitely got me thinking. Here we go. Guys, we have 10 minutes. Somebody's showing up. I feel like we're going to have somebody showing up in the last 10 minutes and it's going to blow our freaking minds. I hope you guys are ready to pop because it's going to be nuts. I just feel it. Bobby says Chelsea Green and Piper Niven are great together as a tag team. They are. They very much are. They're actually a tag team I never knew I needed to see because they've made it work. Jeffrey says anointed as what? Exactly. Well, anointed as what exactly? But I'm saying exactly. Like who this your king? Like that's how I feel. You know, I feel very much, you know, Black Panther. Like I feel very much that. I'm like, this is your king? Like this is who you're acknowledging? Because last time I checked, he's not anything. He's a loser. He's 2-40. They're making us believe AJ is about to retire, says Boza. I'm thinking something is about to happen and it ain't AJ retiring. It's going to be interesting. Mark Henry did this in 2015 and got a WWE championship match with John Cena. Good point, Boza. All very good points. And Jeffrey Reimer seems to agree and says this better be some Mark Henry type swerve. Something's about to happen. AJ would go retire for real. WWE would be promoting the shit out of it. Absolutely. And they would have a whole roster there and everything. So y'all, I hope y'all are ready because somebody's music is going to hit. And this is AJ Styles, man. If somebody actually come out, if maybe this is his official retirement, y'all. Maybe this is gonna be very important. So I'm gonna be a little quiet for this so I can hear everything. But everybody's screaming AJ Styles. Said he's been thinking about what Nick Aldis said and he's been dwelling on it. If I want another opportunity and at Cody Rhodes, I would have to go to the back of the line. You'd have to earn it. And he understands that he's doing his job. Thought about it all week. Can't do that at this point in time in his career. A lot of shouts from the chants showing love to AJ Styles. Over 2 decades. Give it up. Give it up for AJ Styles. 26 years. Blood, sweat, tears. All over the world. Internationally known. Unless the Good Brothers are going to jump him. Well, it's gonna, I don't know what to expect, guys. I don't know what to expect. All that so I can become phenomenal. Well said. This past week, my son graduated high school, and he got to be there. We had a graduation party at his home. He's reflecting on, being able to have more time with his family. Clarity hit him. How many of these parties has he missed? How much time has he missed with his family? It's very important, man. These people are on the road 365 days out of the year and they're traveling constantly. It's not easy. Can't be easy. Oh, don't you dare start saying that stuff. You are a phenomenal father, AJ, and we all know it. Because you defended your family. And who was that against? Oh, Joe, Samoa Joe, at the time when he was here with the Oh Wendy segment. He's saying to the Good Brothers, I would never have done this without you, and I love you so much. The Good Brothers are getting emotional too. You guys are better than friends. You guys are my brothers. If we have to do this one last time, let's do it right. 2 sweet gestures all up in the air. Big hugs from these boys. Oh my God. We are really looking at AJ Styles retiring, guys. I don't know how to feel. I really don't know how to feel about this. Cody, I whispered something in your ear. He wants Cody Rhodes to come out. Wow, look at this. This is a Bullet Club moment, big time. Yo, Cody, this suit is cold, brother. This suit is nasty. Nasty. About to blow, waiting for me to start the show. Whoa. It's so great. I love looking at the crowd when Cody comes out. Even at WrestleMania 40, when I was sitting there, like every single person was singing these lyrics. I love singing this song. Even though I wasn't rooting for him, I was still, you best believe I was still singing this song at the top of my lungs. This suit, Cody, suit. The suit. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Okay. Well, we got 5 minutes, 6 minutes left, y'all. Y'all better make this quick. I want to see something interesting. Before I came out to do what I got to do, I came to look you in the eyes face to face and tell you that I've had one of the greatest matches in Backlash in Lyon, France. And if I was going to have one last match, that would be it. But this is still the house that AJ Styles built. Haven't heard that in a while. I heard him say that in a while. And I called you out here to hand you the keys. Cody getting a little choked up in emotion. On behalf of myself and on behalf of the locker room that you were a big brother for, thank you very much, AJ Styles. What is happening? AJ Styles, he's really leaving and he's waving goodbye. I don't know how to feel. There. Oh. Okay, I guess. All right, we're running it back. We're running it back, y'all. AJ Styles was bullshitting. He was working the hell out of us, and it worked. Jeffrey, you were right, and I'm just seeing this comment, but he said, "Good brothers wearing black is bothering me." So we're running it back. Got it. Okay. Boza said if he were to retire, it would be like how WWE got us on Tuesday with Ethan and Jordan Grace showing up in NXT, and it wasn't even teased. It's odd how Gallows and Anderson are out there, but not Mia Yim. Now we know why, guys. Now we know why. Oh my God, he's gonna Styles clash him on the stairs. Oh my God, oh my God, not on the suit. Oh, on the ground. Holy shit. And Dad, what's up, Dad? Love or hate him, Coach Steam is catchy. Coach Steam is incredible. I freaking knew it. They're running it back for Clash at the Castle. AJ's obsessed with being 3-time champion. Dad says, wow, Logan was just a contender to make Saudi happy. AJ got us. I knew it. There's the Mark Henry moment. Well, AJ Styles is not leaving. He's not retiring. He is still here, and he is definitely upset and definitely wants that championship. Guys, They really got me on that one because I was really expecting some crazy shit to happen like the way it did this past Tuesday. Like we all know where that was going. Yeah. I mean, I guess we should, you know what? I should have seen it coming. I should have seen that coming. But I just, okay. So this is going now. I guess this is just where the AJ and Cody rivalry becomes personal. And not for nothing, I was wondering why they wouldn't build on something like that with them too, because of the history that they have, given that they've traveled the world together, faced off together, been Bullet Club leaders, and all of that. And then you got the Good Brothers in between this. This is going to be very interesting going forward, and I can't wait to see what happens next Friday. But holy cow! Well, okay. I mean, there it is. There goes our SmackDown. There goes our SmackDown watch along, and that's just pretty. That was just pretty upsetting because I was kind of expecting something different. I was expecting something a little bigger, but you know, I mean, we did get a lot. We did get a lot of wrestling this week. We did get a lot. We definitely did. Boza says, I was 50-50. They got all of us. I had a feeling something was up because I wasn't sure if Cody would work Clash at the Castle. Jeffrey says, as soon as he called out Cody, we knew it. Jordan says, if you had to pick between heel Roman or face Roman, which would you prefer? Acknowledge him. Heel Roman. All day. All day. Wow. But you know what? You know what? I mean, I know I answered your question, but I'm going to answer it with a double answer. I'm going to actually answer it with a video. So look at this. Look at this clip. This is the Roman that I'd prefer.
This was never meant to be like this. I want you to understand. I didn't do that. It's his fault. It's his fault. You understand me? It's his fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. Get up, Sammy! I wanted this.
No, you didn't.
I wanted this.
No.
But he betrayed me.
That's the Roman I prefer. Of course. Acknowledge him all day. Let's see. Beat up in that nice suit. AJ asked Nick for one more shot. Nick said no. And guess what? AJ's demanding his shot now. And not for nothing. Like he said, this is the style. This is the style. This is the house that AJ Styles built. This is the house that AJ Styles built. And that's a wrap, guys. That is all we have for today for our Honey Smackdown watch along. This was so fun. Today was such a great day. Today, the energy was just pretty good. The ending was a little lackluster for me and a little anticlimactic, but you know what? It is what it is. Matt Spownell, put your fake one away, sir. I'm done with you. Mark Henry, 2013. AJ's pushing himself. Basically, Dad. That's basically what's happening here. But in case you guys didn't check it out, please make sure after this you go check out that recap on all our social platforms of our WWT live show. Today, we had a debate about a ranking of the 4 horsewomen and how we felt about each and every one of them. It was a professor, mayor, and councilman, and I put on a pretty great show today, and we hope you guys enjoyed that. So make sure you guys check out that recap. In the meantime, I am your hostess, Wrestling with Honey. I was your hostess with the mostest for this evening. I want to shout out everybody in the chat. Dad, Jeffrey, Jordan, Matt, Boza, as always. Love having you guys in here. I feel like I'm missing somebody. There he is. Bobby, Brandon Stevens, Cindy, even. Thank you for coming on in and hanging with me for our Honey Smackdown watch along. Don't forget to check me out on my socials. You can find me on everything Wrestling with Honey, Wrestling with Honey on Instagram, Wrestling with Honey TikTok, Wrestling W Honey on Facebook. And don't forget to like and subscribe to YouTube. Gonna have some content on there real soon. The Wrestling with Honey podcast. I appreciate all of you guys and all of your energy here. Tonight was a great SmackDown, and next week we got some cool matchups going on. I can't think of all of them at the top of my head, but we did go over them while they were promoting them for the show tonight. So just make sure you guys check that out. Don't forget to check out my Honey Pot predictions. I didn't do any of them today because they had only scheduled the coronation for Nia Jax, and it wasn't until we did the WWT live show that there were more updates to the card for this evening. But we got Battleground coming up. We got Clash at the Castle coming up. It's going to be a really, really busy summer for a lot of people. So make sure you guys go check out all my homies and the family at WWT and all their socials as well. And don't forget our NXT post show every Wednesday morning on the East Coast, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. And I'll see you guys next week for our Honey Smackdown watch along. Again, thank you guys so much in the chat. Let me see if there's any more comments in here. Appreciate the hearts, Dad. I hope you guys enjoyed the get up today. We had so much fun today with our debate. Appreciate you, WWT, AJ's honey. Appreciate you guys. Always love having you guys here. Always bringing the energy. Always getting me hype. Always getting me into the show, and always being able to interact and do this stuff is still so much fun for me, and I love it. So I hope you guys enjoy it too. But you guys have a great evening. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe, and I will see you guys on Monday for our WWT live show, for our news show. And don't forget to make sure you check everything out on www talkpod.com. Check out all our merch, all the cool videos that we have, all the cool content that we put up, lots of cool interviews, and shout outs to the WWT fam. I appreciate all of you guys. But again, Wrestling with Honey here, signing off with Women's Wrestling Talk on our Honey Smackdown watch along. And this is Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling network on the planet. Acknowledge me.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WWTalkPod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling network on the planet.